What's up, into the community? Don't worry about the weird looking whiteness you're seeing right now. That's because I ain't got the colouring on the HDR, because this game's not HDR based, so it is the Outer Worlds. And my phone makes noise, which I'm going to turn over now. I was going to stream this game today, but I managed to not get finished till like 6:30 work-wise. And then I had to eat, which is like another half an hour or so. And then there was some things that needed tweaking, because I've been doing a whole bunch of updates and stuff, as you probably will have realised. Maybe not, I don't know. You know, got like a whole bunch of experiments that I've got going on. Which is almost there, about 80% there. But yeah, I was going to stream it, and then I thought, let me just see, because I figured there'd be loads of people playing, as they're always on the first day. And yeah, there's only 1,912 people right now streaming it. Also, you can play Game of Thrones, officially licensed browser game. Yeah, 1,912, so I figured you guys might be covered for that as far as streaming is concerned. So I thought I'd just upload a couple of things maybe for you guys to consume maybe tomorrow, for those who care to do so in the community that have the alerts to know about it even existing in the first place. Also, I have Call of Duty Modern Warfare from my graphics card upgrade, which is the RTX 2080. It went on discount with all the supers that's come out. Got this free, and this one is pretty catered for as well, for those people that say about, you know, you need to do Fortnite and Call of Duty and what have you, because Fortnite's even better. So you got 316,000 viewers right now, 9,583 channels. Bear in mind as well, channels are basically ranked without anyone doing anything to their settings. They're ranked from the most viewers to the least viewers. And even when you flip the Outer Worlds to 0 to lowest views, lowest to highest, there was about 500 people that were at 0 views. So you wouldn't even be still seen even if the person reversed this order. And then Fortnite as well, for those people saying you should play Fortnite, I'll help you grow really quickly, man. I'll help you grow real quickly. There's 8,235 channels right now. It's usually 10,000. Obviously you've had the Ninja piss off to Mixer, and you've had the Shroud now piss off as well. I don't know if you've played Fortnite much though. But the interesting thing with that game is that even at 81,000, it's got less viewers than Call of Duty right now. But it still holds the amount of people that are still playing it like geniuses. There's still a genius amount of people playing the game, as far as you know, traffic and viewing and growth is concerned. So yeah, we're doing the part 0. I'm still working on some stuff, as you can see here in the list, experiments and stuff going on for the channel and stuff, separating genres and content to try and have things a little bit more niched down. This is the Outer Worlds part 1 with me digressing a little. So yeah, this game's a pain in the ass, man, to actually play nice with free browser views, free browser views, free window views. So I've had to do like this. Oh gosh. There you go, colors normal. See, it doesn't do HDR, even though settings say HDR, and it should be HDR, and it's HDR on the PlayStation 4. Its settings are oh, I almost said wanky there. Wacky is the word I want. It's kind of wanky as well, because things don't work the way it's supposed to. Why is my mouse just gone all of a sudden? I know I've got my controller here, but why is my mouse just gone? I want to use my mouse. This thing is wacky. Anyway, settings here. As we usually do with part 0, we look at the settings and stuff and check out what's what. You're having a bit of an overview. This game was just released today, 25th. It's 10:46 now, so it's almost over a day old. It's on the Xbox Game Pass. You can get it for like £1 if you want to play this game right now. I don't know whether that's good or bad, but yeah, if you've never used Game Pass before, you can get it for like £1 for the month and download this game and play it. I'm guessing most of you guys are already playing this game already, or have played it already at this point, so you don't really need this. This might be more for the hardcore viewers and fans, I suppose. I'm going to put that vertical sync on in it. I don't want all that screen tearing. But yeah, I got it on 4K here. It runs at about, a quick test runs at about 40 frame average, 30-40 frame average. On the consoles, they all run at 30 frames per second. Could run it at 60 obviously, but since it's aiming at 30 anyway, well, at 40 at 4K, I'm pretty happy with that. Recording from the laptop as opposed to the on the same machine, because PC stuff is just that way when you want to crank up everything. It even says push everything to the max. You can always turn them down later, except for when you're on multiple monitors like me, and then it works like a piece of shit, because it keeps squishing the view and all kinds of crazy stuff. If you change the for me at the moment with 3 monitors, if you change to full screen borderless, it locks the resolution 720p even when you change the INI file. If you change it to windowed mode, it does 1010 by 1600 or something stupid like that, and you can't change resolution again. So it's whacked, and what's wrong with it? Doesn't matter whether you put the sync on or off. It's messed up. You'd think these guys were testing or playing and testing these games on multiple monitors. Have you seen any development studio at the moment that doesn't have multiple monitors now? Like, does anyone work on a single monitor anymore ever in game development studios ever? Like, no, I don't think so. I've not seen it. So why they haven't tested the game with multiple desktops? It might be that maybe they do their multiple desktops are all at 4K. Mine's is at 1080p, and then 4K television. So maybe that's the problem. Everyone's just testing on their consistent monitor sizes because they're rich like that. Anyway, there you go. I should probably try and address that one day and just get all 2 4K monitors, so I can stop getting pissed off by all this stupid size crap. So yeah, we have the full screen. Mess around with these how you want, typical stuff. Yeah, got an explanation on the right. Frame rate limiter. Let's see what we got here. 240, 200, 180, 165, 160, 144, 120, 60, and 30. I'm just gonna leave it on the mid. We're gonna be pushing about 40 frames, I think, assuming everything works where it's supposed to. Because like I said, I've had trouble just getting this window up. I couldn't even do the intro start thing because it's just so wacky. So good reason, one of the things that put me off streaming it as well. Plus the laptop's still got some things it doesn't like. That seems to have some memory leaks and stuff in OBS, or something's going on, I don't know. All the settings are on ultra. Let's see here. Use option to quickly adjust the game's overall graphics quality, yeah. So seeing what we got here as far as we just kind of rank the settings screens generally. That's what we do in part 0. That's the quality of full screen, pulse effects, these include blood splatter. Okay, that's good. Light flares, chromatic aberration, and more. So some of those things people would like to be broken down into separate categories as opposed to bunched together, like this. But nonetheless, at least they tell you what it's affecting when you're changing, which isn't always a standard thing. Like I said, it's not unusual to play a PC game and have settings that just says turn screen effects on and off, lower or higher or higher, and that's it. Like, okay, thanks. It also tells you that it's the higher the quality, the larger the impact on performance, and so forth. Further you see, so that's good. So you've got all the explanations there. That's good enough. I can dig that. Visual effects and so forth. Textures are ultra. 4K textures are only available on the Xbox One X and the PC, I believe. Even on the PS4, I believe it doesn't even use the fake method, the checkerboard method or whatever. So, just in case you don't know. What else do we have here? You can also change the resolution, rendering, thingamajiggy, fidelity, scale it to fit your screen. Basically, the kind of checkerboard fakey type thing, where you can render it at one and then drop it down at another. Something along those lines. Lower fidelity and scale it to fit your screen, yeah. Okay, so you could be like playing on a 4K screen and rendering it at 50% or something like that. I don't know. Something along those lines. It's been so much time trying to get this to work right, and I'm just kind of like, kind of autopilot-y, kind of not planned fully. We have a master volume thing here, which is awesome because you don't always have that in the games. They've broken down the effects, music, even menu sounds as well. That's impressive. Don't usually see menu sounds options. So you got menu sounds and master effects, which is nice, or master volume. That's beautiful, as well as the voice. So that's a good overall volume setting system. The only thing that's missing is a sound device, but that's more the icing than the cake, so it doesn't really matter. This is an excellent audio options system here. Languages, what have we got? It's gonna screw me if I change it. We've got French, Italiano, Deutsch, Castellano, Castilian Spanish. Is that a different kind of Espanol? Brazilian Portuguese. Russian Privet. Korean. Japan. Chinese. And the Polska. That's a good set of languages. Conversation subtitles was I think I was on by default. Got 3 options as you see. Minimal, last time the NPC says when the options are shown off and on. So you got the stuff there. Bark subtitles, I think that was off by default, I turned it on. Cinematic subtitles, I think that was off by default, I turned it on. Which is usually good for like playthroughs and such. Yeah. What else do we have here? Key bindings. I think they said people said some of the key bindings were locked to stuff. I don't even want to mess with it. Some of them were hard coded or something. I'm gonna be using the controller, so I give not shit, so to speak. But you know, most people, PC people do. So I doubt you'll be looking at this for your definitive PC layout looky thingy majiggy. But you know, nonetheless, you know, I like to do these kind of things for reasons I don't even know why. You can show your helmet or not, kind of like a Mass Effect type thing. If you remember in that game, Mass Effect series, where you'd be your characters would always be with a helmet on, because you know they want it to be able to breathe. But some people like to have it off so that they could be hearing them without sounding like they're talking like this or type of thing, you know. But I don't mind it on as we've got it on. It's immersion, man. But you know, if you want to see their faces every minute. And obviously it shows that we've got companions, which is really cool. Yeah, the V you can mess with that. How much does that go up to? It usually affects performance. It does say, doesn't it? Higher setting, more of the world you can see on your screen. The worst impact on performance. I'm gonna leave it on 75, innit? I don't tend to mess with field of view. Maybe I should mess with that a bit more. I don't know. So you got that there in the gameplay and in the UI. Tutorials, tutorial notifications, sort of claps thingy. You can have the option here on what damage, how damage is shown. So it can be per second, or how much damage is causing a single shot, which is just normal damage. Very cool. Base item stats, yep. Show dialogue skill sets. I think I kept all of these the same, by the way. So all of these are the defaults. Responses while listening. Yeah, that's the default. It's off. I left it off for now. Time faded. Best updates. Yeah. All good stuff there. You can outline your companions if you're struggling to see them. So there's that as well. Time faded. Level up reminders. That looks good. So again, I'm just kind of doing this more for anyone, for the, you know, 5 or 10 people that on the community that might want to see what the integer does with does in this game or with this game. Because there's no way I'll be able to rank for this. If you think about the fact that it was 2000, like I showed you there, that was streaming. You can assume that at least 10% of those will be uploaded to YouTube, obviously, and that means at least 100 of 100 playthroughs alone. I even saw like with because I'm still working through experiments and stuff, but I even saw with like so some of the new channels that we've got there at the moment now that are separate channels for separate genres and content, they're obviously starting at 0 or 1 subscribers, which I think is pretty much JK, bless him. But as an experiment, obviously it's like 2009 starting from 0 again practically on them other ones. So like I have a Final Fantasy playthrough that I've uploaded on there, and on the retro channel. It literally, like, YouTube is so desperate to make sure that it doesn't rank, that it's like putting it below Final Fantasy 1, but it's putting videos above it that's not even Final Fantasy 1, even though, you know, despite all the SEO optimization and everything, it's optimized to like an A rank level, and it's still putting like stuff that's not even related to Final Fantasy 1, but only related to Final Fantasy just because of the viewers and subscribers and the rest of it. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I got realistic expectations. Just gonna enjoy the game, and for people that want to enjoy watching it already know the pleasures of the flesh that is the integer TV. So that's your settings screen. It's pretty good settings, options and stuff already. I think everything's pretty much everything what you need is there. You have unsafe graphics. You'd like to apply. Yeah, don't screw my stuff up, please. Gives you about less than 10 seconds to apply. So yeah, that's that part. Is there anything else? Got credits there, obviously. It's gonna log you in at the beginning and give you a so you can see bottom left in my logins in the Xbox thing. It's on the Xbox version here. Through Xbox Xbox Extreme Alpha Ultra Pass that I'm on right now, and I'm not paying £1 because I use that pound thing. I've used that ages ago, but it should be available for like £1 right now. If you want to jump on the Xbox Game Pass and check out this game for yourself, and then come back and watch this playthrough afterwards, maybe, or during as you're ahead, so you don't get any spoils if you care about those kind of things. You could do that. Is there anything I can show before starting out here? We'll probably go through here, and part 1 I can just go straight in. Actually, probably straight after this I'll have a look at the I'll do the same with the Call of Duty Modern Warfare, because why the heck not? That's got a campaign, by the way, in case you don't know. Has a campaign, the multiplayer, and the kind of co-op mode thingy. Whew, we'll see how it goes with that. I don't know, I usually get my ass kind of like, I usually get proper bent over in Call of Duty versus say Titanfall or the more squaddy type thingies. I usually get bent over and score streak banged, and with a little bow tie, you know, stuck on the back, and the pants taken as well at the same time. Anyway, so you have a story mode, which is just typical kind of thing now you have in a lot of modern RPG games, which is basically more story than combat. Enemies have less health and do less damage. You have normal. This is recommended mode for first play session. In normal mode, enemies have standard health and damage. Now, I've done my little bit of research here and there, non-spoiler research, whatever. From my understanding, enemies are meant to be really easy in this, apparently. Like, really easy. And I think a lot of people are going hardcore or super core, which I'll go through in a second here. This mode is for players who are looking for an extra challenge. In hard mode, enemies have more health and do more damage. So I'm thinking we're going to probably try out the Supernova mode, because that sounds like the equivalent of hardcore mode in New Vegas, which was fine up to when it was working for me. Which is still going to go and do New Vegas at some point as well. It should be working perfect on this new machine. Now that we've got all the nicks and stuff out of the old machine that had various issues with whatever it had issues with. But Supernova essentially is hardcore mode. This is Obsidian, and same, by the way, the developers of Fallout New Vegas. I hope I'm getting them right now. I shouldn't mess this up. Pillars of Eternity, I believe, as well, which we're playing through as well. Gosh, it's escaped my brain, but loads of stuff. They got pedigree basically, but they're under Microsoft's money now. So you know, they're able to do their dream game. This is essentially Fallout New Vegas Space Plus 2, essentially, or at least it seems to be. So Supernova mode adds additional challenges to the game. If you reduce difficulty below Supernova, you cannot re-enable it. So we can reduce it, but we can't go back afterwards. There's no going back afterwards, so we won't get that Supernova achievement. The only thing with this as well, because I have to run this in full screen. I can't run it borderless. If I run it in borderless full screen, it goes 720p and it looks ugly, like really ugly. Like all the textures and everything are messed up and all that. A bit like what was happening with that Cthulhu game. But the problem is when the achievements pop up in this, because I had an achievement pop up just for testing the game. It makes the screen go stupid, so that's kind of going to be an issue. I'm going to have to figure that out. But anyway, if you use difficulty, you're going to get punished by not being able to increase the difficulty ever again in that playthrough. Enemies have more health and deal more damage, which you'd expect. You must eat, drink, and sleep to survive. That's Fallout like, or Fallout New Vegas like. Companions can die permanently. I don't like that at all. That means I'm going to be load scuzzing. I don't like my companions dying unless I can't help it, ever. But I imagine they mean that if they take too much damage, as opposed to just like you do some story thing and they're like dead. Crippled body and limb conditions can only be healed with bed rest. Weapons and armor work poorly at 0 durability, so you have durability on weapons as well. You can only fast travel to your ship. That kind of bothers me a bit, because that might be tedium, I don't know. And you can only sleep inside your ship. Okay, there's a bike going by, a batty bike. Hope you guys might pick up it. Yeah, it's not gonna pick up. It sounds like a bum bike. You can sleep inside your ship. You can only manually save while inside your ship, and autosaves are limited. So this could be cool. This could be tedious as well. I don't know. But we can dip it. So I suppose that's the main thing. So we're gonna give the Supernova a try in part 1. We're gonna play on Supernova. We don't normally do that. We normally always go normal, because normally that's normal and that's what you do normally. But we're gonna try out Supernova. We're gonna go with Supernova. I think that's gonna be more immersive as well. And it will give loads of elements of the game a use that would otherwise be useless in lower difficulties, I'd say. Like food will have a reason, even more so. As well as drink as well. It's pretty cool. I don't know, man. Alright, so yeah. So part 1, that's what we'll be doing. The Outer Worlds. Supernova difficulty. Hope you didn't mind the pre-stuff beforehand. If you haven't already and you care to, subscribe and press the alert notifications thing on full. Otherwise, how the hell are you going to know what's going on? Also check out the channels tab. There's a whole bunch of different things for different tastes. And hit the alerts for those as well if you follow on them. Still working on that experiment, so God knows how many videos will be per channel or otherwise. You know, it is what it is. And I'll see you in part 1, I guess. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment below if you want. And hopefully this is good. This is 86 out of Metacritic. This is 86 out of Metacritic right now, which is 86 out of 100. And I think it's about 7 overall, 6.5, 7 overall from players, even though that's really trolly on the Metacritic user score. So we'll see. Lots of people can have access to this game as well. Like I said, it's very easy for you to have access. Check out the Xbox Game Pass. Seems like a good consumer thing. Don't know if it's as good a broadcaster thing, but it is what it is. You have to definitively build content around content as opposed to just build content anymore now, pretty much. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'll see you in part 1. I'm gonna probably now straight away do the same thing for the Call of Duty Modern Warfare one. So look out for that as well. Hopefully this will be all up for you guys by 26th, which is tomorrow, which will be Saturday. You never know.